If you didn't watch last week's episode, go watch it. Go skip to the improv scene because all he does are just a bunch of impressions. Hi, my name's Chris Perry. I'm Dusty. Born and raised in 1820. Every time I move, you hear a joint. And I carry Vicks with me everywhere I go. And I have a holster specifically for Pepto. It can't be that bad, oh, 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 it can't be that bad. A woman of your stature can devour Mexican food real fast. It's very impressive.
What?
I don't think she can, to be honest.
Really?
I think she gets a big meal. She'll eat 1/3 of it,
But not all of it.
and then call it.
Oh.
And then I don't. I'm really
And then
bad
she-
at eating
yeah.
leftovers.
And then
Oh, you just let it sit
He
there?
usually eats my leftovers.
Yeah.
Ah, I think that's what like male significant others are meant for, because Melissa, that 4'11" lady over there, she orders with her heart, soul, mind, and stomach because she thinks she could take over the world with, I don't know, a starter, 2 cocktails, and an entree. And then guess who has to box it afterwards because she's scared of missing the box? So I have to do that. And she gets upset if I don't pack the dip.
Ooh.
Do you, when you like do to go stuff at restaurants, have you ever like put in like in the dip if it's a actual like glass container? Like have you like taken the container?
Ooh. I might have taken
Or have you ever
a
taken
cup on
anything from a
accident.
restaurant?
No, not really. Not really, because I know I have enough silverware
Yeah.
and food apparatuses at home.
My sister used to take Tabasco home.
Dang.
She
Okay,
just,
that's
like,
not...
a bottle. She was like
Like the big bottles?
not the big bottles,
Or like if they
a
had like
small,
the tiny bottles?
like
Oh.
an average size.
Did she end up
Okay.
leveling up to taking like the Chipotle Tabasco sauces from Chipotle?
I think she's always just been an OG Tabasco, but the Chipotle Tabasco is hella good.
Yeah, because I feel like Chipotle was putting out that sauce before it was even out on shelves, right? Like that was only catered to them, or am I tripping? Did I
Wait,
not
hold
search
on.
hard enough?
Are you talking about the green Chipotle?
No, the
No, there's
brown
like it's like a
Chipotle.
roasted.
Yeah.
Oh, and
that.
it's actually Chipotle, like the restaurant Chipotle?
No, I think Chipotle
or like
flavor.
Yeah, just the flavor.
Oh,
Yeah, it
okay.
doesn't have their brand on it, but I feel like it was only available there before
At
being available
Chipotle's.
on shelves.
It's weird when you say Chipotle over and over. It's starting to sound weird. Chipotle.
Subliminal messaging to get it after this.
Chipotle.
But we've talked about it before. I still have not since our last conversation last year.
I thought
Or
you were
earlier
gonna
this
say.
year.
You mean 12 hours ago?
No, our earlier conversation from like our episode in January, I was talking about Chipotle, how you're a Chipotle lover and we are like not
Rubio.
really.
It was like the Rubio discussion.
They got rid of Rubio's, yeah, and you were like, good riddance. And I was like, what did Rubio's ever do to you?
You know what Christopher Perry said about Rubio's?
What?
Can I say it?
I stand by it.
It was in one of our just, normal conversations of what do you want to eat for dinner? I don't know. What do you want to eat for dinner? Oh, do you want to get Rubio's? I'd rather eat shit than eat Rubio's.
Then eat shit, dude.
And I looked at him and I said, oh, you mean that? And he goes, yeah. And I was like, wow.
You look like a 1950s husband right now.
Aw,
Other than
so
your skin
handsome.
tone.
Whoa, and
the amount of
my
tattoos.
nose and my eyes.
I have more of those features that are unwanted
I have
than
more
you.
of those features.
No, you have like white boy G-Eazy hair. The way it grows is good. Even that look is G-Eazy.
What the heck?
These are compliments, fool. Why are you getting offended?
I was gonna try. I don't know any G-Eazy lyrics.
I don't
I don't know any G-Easy songs. Karen will be very upset at us right now when she's
Yeah, she would
listening
be
to this.
upset.
Sorry, Karen.
The Calm, the one I always be bumping.
I only know the song that he and Halsey, the Cross My Heart
The
and Hope to Die.
commercial, yeah, commercial songs.
Do you guys, something you guys been doing lately, since I've hung out with you the past like 24 hours, is just straight up hum songs, but never finish them. Like you don't finish the chorus or verse.
Did you ever figure out what that song was that you were trying to figure out last night when we were listening to Four Town?
I don't. Oh, what's the girl that goes like, or what's the song that goes like, Girls to girls, they love us.
Wait, all the girls at the party looking up.
No, it's not that.
Not Janet Jackson.
No, wait. I think I got it. Stop. No.
And
Get down with it. Get down with it. Girls and girls that love us. Welcome to another episode of ICBTB's Highly Irrelevant. As you can see, Alejandro is still out because we're recording this the day after the last Highly Irrelevant.
You should prank call him on April Fools and be like, bro, like, I don't know.
Bro, the podcast is over, man.
Yeah.
You should call him right now, live.
I'd be
No,
like,
don't do that.
Bro, I'm pregnant. And it's yours. April Fools. Got you, bitch.
April Fools.
I'm joined today by special guests once again. Juliet Perry and Christopher Perry, and Melissa Lopez is featured right here up against the wall. And they're lifesavers right now because I needed episodes and y'all just like came within the hour, basically.
Neighbor.
Hey,
Yeah, you guys live
We're
in
neighbors.
town. I appreciate it. How are you guys
wasn't
doing?
doing anything. We're
Doing
doing
good.
good.
You
Yeah.
guys really do seem like the ideal 1950s couple.
But I have to walk like kind of hidden because of my eyes.
Oh,
and
because
my
of
nose.
racism,
Yeah.
dude. You're like half Filipino, a quarter white, quarter Japanese. You're the perfect mixture.
No, but I'm saying the 1950s, that still won't fly no matter what.
I mean, sure, a quarter of
Yeah.
you would fly.
She would thrive. We would not survive. Us three right here.
No, not at
No.
all.
Fuck. Sorry.
It's not your fault. I mean,
It
just-
isn't your fault, but feel guilty.
Yeah,
do.
you didn't get to choose how you looked or who your parents were. I wish I got to choose.
Whoa.
I'm kidding.
April Fools.
April Fools.
Imagine like when before getting born, like it's like character select and you get to choose who your parents are.
But isn't that a Buddhist thing? Like they say that the parents don't select their children, the children select their parents.
Stop, really?
Yeah.
Like when you get
I
reincarnated.
could be wrong, but
I don't
I feel like
know.
my dad told me that.
I've definitely heard that before. I don't know if that's Buddhist, but like I know in Buddhism and reincarnation, it's the people who are in your life have most likely been in your life before
As something else.
as something else, and it could be even as small as like someone who bumped into you on the street.
Yeah, or I think it could be something as small as like a butterfly that landed on your nose.
Yeah, and well,
But it's possible. I mean, you
has
know,
a butterfly
we
ever
could have been a
landed on your
butterfly.
nose?
No, because have you seen me?
If a butterfly landed on my nose, I'd be so freaked out.
Do you remember that SpongeBob episode where it shows a butterfly up close?
Yes,
It's terrifying.
and
It
it's
is
like
the
it's
scary
an
thing.
actual butterfly. It wasn't an
actual
animated butterfly. They
a
like
real butterfly. So I mean, as beautiful as the wings are, that thing is still an insect.
It is.
I mean, at least it's not a moth. Moths are basically butterflies without the colorful wings, so they just got
Moths are cool though.
how so?
Moths are like the Tim Burton
Butterfly.
of the butterflies.
I saved
Ah.
You know
a
what I'm
moth
saying?
the other day. I also killed a moth. I've been
Oh,
trying to catch
kill
and,
one, save one.
I've been trying to catch and release. Like there was a cricket in our bathroom yesterday, and I got it and I put the paper underneath and I released
You
it.
released it,
Yeah, I'm trying to be a good Buddhist and all that stuff.
Oh,
I'm not
really?
a Buddhist, but
but you're trying to be
A
in
person.
essence.
Yes.
Or in essence.
I don't
a
know.
good person, not killing. Well, because what if? Think about it. Flip it. What if bugs were bigger than us? Would they walk around killing us?
Maybe
Yes.
accident. I mean, do they have the same type of IQ that humans hold? We have the moral judgment of like, okay, this bug probably has a family or is like got stuck here somehow.
But most of the time, we still end up killing the bugs
Yeah,
senselessly.
I mean, how are you a bug killer?
Most of the time, but that's what I mean. Like more recently, in the past 2 days, I've tried to be saving bugs I see
To make up for the
Inside of the house
hundreds of bugs that,
that
you
I've
destroyed.
killed. Yeah,
What's your go-to bug to kill?
spiders.
What I do is I vacuum them.
Oh yeah,
I
I
was just talking
vacuumed a
about
couple
that.
spiders.
I'm not killing them, but whatever happens now.
Well, do you think they survive? Yeah, because I think they survive from the point of where they were vacuumed
Right.
into the
It's just a matter of
But
what's in the
if they
vacuum
suffocate, if it's too
bag.
much,
or if they can survive. Say there's a lot of crumbs
Yeah.
and food sources in there.
so maybe we're helping
and then
them.
you're just breeding
I
like
know,
a
maybe-
really big
I know.
crazy
Ew.
spider.
Ew.
I
I
can't.
do this sometimes when I'm smoking and like I see a bug.
And then what?
all like
Oh,
if I'm standing by the screen door and I'm smoking and if there's something crawling up the screen, I'll blow my smoke on it and be like, let me get this little insect high as can be.
that messes it up. Do you watch it fly afterwards?
I try to. I feel like I've seen one where like I like blew it and then it like fell and I was like, oh
Oh, you just really fucked it up.
yeah.
And this is your go-to way of killing spiders?
No, it's not me trying to
Okay.
kill him. I'm just like, get a little high, bug.
Oh, you're trying to spread the fun.
Yeah,
It's too much.
have a good time.
Why do you think that we, as these big creatures, are so afraid of? Sorry, food in my mouth. Also, raspy voice. So
Hey, let's go,
you're
raspy
welcome.
Christian.
Hi, how you doing? Why do you think it is as it gets raspier? It's not on purpose. I'm just this sexy, guys. Why do you think it is as big humans we are afraid of tiny things like bugs and rats?
I don't know.
Because I mean, if you look at a rat up close,
We really should.
kind of cute.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're kind of dirty, but
a rat died in our garage the other day.
rest in peace.
I'm pretty sure it ate some poison, like from a neighbor, and it like literally came into our garage because it was just and like blood was coming
my
out of its
God.
mouth, and that was it.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
It's
it
a
was-
crime scene.
I know.
It was
It
disturbing.
was. I called my mom. I was like, "What do I do with it?"
Did you vacuum it?
I told
He wasn't home.
Well, that was it. Like we at our old spot. Like I was working in the office, and then all of a sudden I hear "Dush," and it was a bird, and it
Yeah,
just
man.
like I could not even look. Like the fact that I heard it, the impact, I was like, I can't even look at it. Like
Bird? Yeah. I feel bad for the birds because you see how fast they fly?
yeah, it's
Supposedly, one of the areas where birds die the most are underneath overpasses because they try
They're
to
trying to dive in.
dive in and they dive in too low and they get hit by a car.
Oh my god!
Right? That sucks. But
Yeah.
then their ancestors don't learn and they just keep dying
Keep
under
doing
it.
it.
Yeah.
I took that bird and I
did a
buried it.
proper burial.
You did?
I put it in like I think a bag or something, and then I went over to the what
An
it was called, the
overpass.
Vista Point by the Benicia Bridge.
Yeah.
and my dad came with me, and I dug a hole and I buried it.
Wait, this is when you were how old?
This was like a year and a half ago.
Oh, recently.
This was the bird that hit the.
Oh, it's that same
that
bird.
same bird.
Yeah,
Because he
and
was like I can't touch it. I don't know what to
can't.
do with it. So I was
Uh-huh.
like, well,
I just don't.
I feel like this
yeah.
bird needs to be buried.
Was
and-
it dead on site?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It hit the window and it just dropped down. And I was FaceTiming Chris at the time,
Uh-huh.
and I was just casually talking, and boom, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And then I just saw it. I have a video of it, but I'll show you. I'll show you the video.
you made
afterward.
content out of it?
I was like, "Yo, did you just see that?"
Yo, this wild.
Started dancing.
Creative chip about to blow up. I got action figures and dead
I
birds.
had dead birds.
Man.
Oh, you could have taken a
yeah.
photo with it.
Straight
I-
up taxidermy.
No, I think why like I don't like small insects or even rodents is like I always think of like worst case like a black widow can kill me or
yeah.
what's it called
Brown recluse.
or rabies from a rat and I'm like just the
I think about that, yeah.
so I yeah it's-
Raccoons, do raccoons scare you because of the rabies thing?
raccoons don't scare me but possums do.
Why?
Possums are just weird looking. Raccoons are
Oh,
little
so
bit-
it's looks.
I mean
Have you seen like a possum up close?
accidentally ran over one before on the
Oh.
freeway.
Damn.
Yeah, and it scarred me for
What's that feeling like? Because that's one of my biggest
I
fears.
literally like it was after a shoot, and I literally Elm and my buddy was in it. Another buddy was in the car with me, and I just stopped talking. I was like,
Damn. My brother's ex wife, I think I talked about this like 100 episodes ago. But my ex-wife, not his ex-wife, his ex-girlfriend, said that she was on her way to her house. And she was this cute Japanese little girl. And, you know, she's just so sweet, wouldn't like hurt a fly. But then she drove and it was dark and she accidentally hit a duckling that was like, I think, in the back of like a family of ducks. And she heard a quack.
Oh,
"Oh my god!"
And like, how do you...
oh,
I feel so bad.
God.
I feel so bad. The fact that you hear it quack like a squeaky toy. Like,
Oh my god!
ducks are so cute. And then duck used to be like the first thing I would eat at a Chinese restaurant. And now I don't know if I want it.
You would eat duck?
You can
You've
eat
never had
duck.
duck?
They have like duck at Thai
I know they
restaurants.
have ducks, but I'm like, I don't eat duck. No, I haven't.
Why? What stopped you? Because they're cute?
I just never had any desire.
Just the same as a chicken, technically, right?
Kind of. They
I
just
mean,
look
it's not the
different.
same, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
the same.
Would you ever go vegan?
I think we tried. I think we went like 30 days.
Yeah.
Ooh, and how was that?
It was
It was
okay. I like
Okay.
well,
Cool. I'm never gonna do it. You
have to
guys are really selling
you
it.
have to be really creative, and we weren't that creative. We don't like I cook like a machine. It's just like this basic stuff. I don't get like fancy.
Mm-hmm.
So when I cook, it's for fuel rather than like, oh, I'm trying to make it taste good.
Oh, you're really thinking like a survivalist when you're cooking. Like, here's some greens.
Yeah, I'm like
Kind of.
Yeah,
Protein.
kind of. I'm just like protein,
You don't.
something green, like some sort of
he
vegetable.
flavors his stuff when he cooks. He cooks good food. Like the stuff
But
he
it's
makes is tasty.
the same thing. Like
Oh, that's fine.
I cook like the 3 same things all the
Yeah,
time.
he has like 3 things he'll cook, and I have like 3 things I'll cook.
Yeah.
What were your 3 things?
It's like
We share one, the turkey, rice, veggies. We
Yeah.
both do
That's
that.
healthy as hell.
and then I'll do like a salmon rice.
He made a
black
really good.
beans. But now I'm doing like salmon salads.
Ooh, it was
which-
tasty.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
all I want nowadays. A
Dude,
salmon salad.
I'm proud of like the last one I did. I'm hella proud of.
It was
so
delish.
Wow.
Tell him what you put in it.
What
in
a
it.
man.
I'll make it for you guys one of these nights.
The fact that you're cooking, you're not a 1950s man anymore. They wouldn't do that.
I'm
That's
woke.
true. It'd
All
just
we
be
did was
me.
grab our suitcases and
Go
Go
to
to
work.
and then you come home and then the food is supposed to be on the table.
That's facts.
Speaking of being vegan, have you guys ever like? Because there's one person who I follow on social media and who I know who they were vegan and like very much like, no, meat, can't eat it, blah 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 blah, will not. Now they do eat meat, and then they post like, like, this is what you get from meat, like the benefits of all that. And I'm like,
It's hypocritical.
a little bit, because I'm like, yeah, if you're literally just trying to be like vegan just to see if you can do it, and because maybe you want to try and change your like lifestyle a little bit.
Yeah.
I think
But
that
I feel like it's hard when you're like, oh no, this is the only way you need to eat. Oh my God, you eat meat, da da da. And then you go back to eating meat, and then you're saying the opposite of what you were saying. It's just like,
I think people are
Yeah.
like so quick. Like I know people who like start working out and then all of a sudden they're like a workout guru on Instagram and like trying to motivate you to work out. It's like,
Oh my! I
you know what I
have
mean?
this specific. There's this specific person I'm thinking of, who, like, I would see at the gym, and I follow him on social media because we went to the same school, and like, he's not that fit, and I don't care. Like, you're doing it for your health.
yeah,
But then once you start posting the same like pictures from like, let's say he was skinnier like 5 years ago, and he photoshopped abs onto himself.
You're
No.
lying.
He did, and it's like so obvious.
Like
And it's
like
an old photo too.
when you say Photoshop, like he just like enhanced like clarity.
He
sharpness.
made it like you can see the photo itself in general is already very edited, and he edited like shadows of
You're
a
gonna have, you're gonna have to
six pack.
you're gonna have to show me later.
And then like the captions are always the same, like work hard, grind hard. People say, man, like you should rest because rest is healthy, but not me. Now I'm making this much a year and I'm physically fit. PR this, PR that. And I'm like, man, I've ran into you in person and you look nothing like that. And hey,
yeah.
sure, whatever makes you happy, but like don't go selling a lie. I mean, be
Yeah.
proud of yourself. I'd rather see you posting a picture of you eating a cheeseburger and a picture of video of you like lifting at the gym, but as long as it's you.
Right.
I'm just like a fan of like the work in silence mentality.
Yeah.
Like I'm cool with like you just here and there, but once you start like I had this thought earlier today, is like everyone's quick to be the teacher.
Yeah.
Like let me teach you photography and blah 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 blah, and it's like I feel like when I used to like do my YouTube videos or whatever, it was like I'm going to show you what I did, but I'm not going to sit down and like these are the rules of photography. Like you have to do blah 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 blah. It's like everyone's just so quick to be that mentor. And it's like I like being the student still.
When no one asks, oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I think it's okay. I think people, there is this, there's this easy way of like being overconfident because like we are in that era of like confidence is key, but then like it's so easy for it to turn into like cockiness. Because I've seen like people post on social media about self-love, but when self-love is like, okay, you're loving yourself a lot to the point where it's like kind of like fuck this person, fuck that person, I love myself, and it's kind of it can be condescending or cocky.
I feel like too, like just going back on like the social media aspect, you know, and how like people like that guy, like he's posting and all that, and it's like, are they genuinely doing it for them?
Yeah.
Like, is this truly for you, or are you fishing? I mean, because, you know, like that's kind of what social media is. Like, you're either posting stuff because you're just like, hey, this is what I want to put out. Like, I don't care who sees it. I don't care who likes it. I don't care who comments on it. I'm just putting it out because I want to. Or if it's calculated in the sense, which I feel like most things are. I mean, just like yesterday, I like posted on my close friends, like I was literally trying to take a selfie for like 5 minutes and because I was like, ooh, the lighting's good. I feel cute.
Oh yeah, I saw you post that. Story.
And like I like would take a picture and I was like, no. And I would do it again, no. Do it again, no. And then finally I was just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you even like, what's the point of this right now? So that's why I was just like, I've been trying to take a selfie. Here's my selfie. Okay, bye.
But what I respect is that self-awareness. Because of course we get to that. I mean, like if I take I never take selfies because like I do have my own insecurities, and I'm like, there is that weird balance of I have control over this, so I want it. I want to look handsome in this. Rather than I'm totally fine of being in a picture that someone else took, and if I look whatever, I look whatever. That's me.
Yeah.
Right? And are you guys the type of people when someone takes a group photo and they hand it back to you, let's say it's on your phone, who do you zoom in on first to make sure it's a good photo?
Oh, myself for sure.
And I feel like that's what like a lot of people do.
Actually, it depends who's in the photo. If my mom's in the photo, I'll zoom in because she has a really hard time like keeping her eyes open. She always blinks right when someone's taking a photo.
Mm-hmm. Same with my dad.
So
it's like,
I zoom in on her first, actually, because I'm like, fuck, we gotta do it again, Mom.
okay.
But normally I think of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like you're wanting, but then again, I think the older I've gotten, I'm like, I don't really care.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't ever zoom in. I always make funny faces when it comes to photos. Like
That's the best way to do it.
I don't really care. But kind of jumping back onto like self-love, I think this is what happens when you turn 30. You guys will get there one day.
Man. Okay. Thank you, Shire.
No, but like I was talking to Elm
Our
about it.
esteemed elder on the couch over
know.
there.
I was talking to Elm about it a while back, and it was like, yeah, there's people that post like cringy stuff, but if they're practicing that self-love, who am I to be like, you know, that's weird. I think it's when you start becoming preachy.
Yeah.
That's when I'm like, yo, chill. Like, you don't, it's kind of dangerous sometimes when you become preachy and you're like, this is what you need to do because what works for you doesn't work for someone else. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But if someone wants to post a selfie and it takes 5 minutes and it makes them feel good, it's like, if that helps them with their self-love, then I'm here for it.
Yes, there's a certain way to do it, or there's a certain way that is healthy for people to do it. Healthy in the sense that it's good for that person and doesn't negatively affect those around that person. What I was talking about before is like the aggressive self-love where it's putting down others. Because you're talking about the people that hurt you in the past and now you're listing. Yeah. It's kind of like aggressive.
Yeah.
Right? And
well, yeah, that's not really self-love. I mean, well, I guess it is self-love, but it's like within self-love, you should practice
you would think
just like compassion
Well, yeah.
and just like empathy for others.
Exactly. You would think if you're practicing self-love as being more empathetic, so you try to understand someone else's journey with their own self-love.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where it's like, okay, I don't want to be judged. So why am I judging them? But if I am being judged, they have all the right to judge me.
Yeah.
So I have to be okay with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when I posted I was like in the bathroom showing off my haircut.
You're upside down.
I was
Black and white.
getting shit from friends, but it's like, hey,
I love it.
to me, it's like, I'm not saying this is what you need to do. I'm not saying anything. I'm just like, hey, this is me.
Did I offend you? Because last week when I saw you, literally the first thing I said to you was like, man, I saw that upside down thirst trap.
Believe me, you know how like we talked about it. I don't know if it was on mic or off mic, but like when you make fun of friends, that's love. So
yes,
I don't take any offense. Good. To anything. Okay. I had a friend message me and he sent me a video and was like, thirst trap, and he like I was like, Take it as as you want.
That's your self-love, or that's
Yeah.
you just doing whatever the fuck you want, man.
Yeah,
You're already
so-
a married man. The question I should be
Exactly.
asking is like, did you fall into that trap of thirst?
Into his trap.
Yeah, you're just like,
Did
ooh.
Yeah, I did.
I like
mean,
it.
well, no, I did because I was like, oh, that's mine. Okay.
Wow. I should send her more thirst traps, but like I don't know. I sent you a few thirst traps on your birthday.
I was so happy. I was like, oh my god, look what
it was
Chris
shirtless
sent me.
pics of me with ugly faces, and I was like, damn. this-
Ugly. They weren't ugly.
Literally, I was like,
They were cute, funny faces.
yeah, and that's where my insecurity comes in because if I actually tried to take a shirtless, even it makes me. That would be the most disgusting thing for me. I can't take a serious shirtless pic.
I mean, you could.
It's just not it's not what you want to do.
No, not at all.
Well, and that's like, I've talked about it last night on the other episode. Like how like it's just like this is the world we live in and how it's so messed up, really, how like social media and everything, it just consumes us.
Yeah.
I mean, and where do we post these things? On social media. But the other side of it, it's like, but this is where the world is. This is where we've gone. Because I could say an argument like, well, people weren't like, let's say even back in like the 70s, right? People weren't, yeah, they might have been taking selfies, but it wasn't as instant as we have it now.
No.
Because that's just how things have evolved. I mean, even back the 1920s, 100 years ago, like they weren't setting up their cameras to be like, oh yeah, let's take all these pictures.
Can
like,
you imagine?
I mean,
Because they
but-
had
I mean, they
cameras.
might
that-
have.
Maybe Polaroids
they-
just hanging out all day. And
you're right.
we don't.
that's
like,
true,
we
but
don't
but
know.
I just mean in the sense of how like we can on our like
It's the-
phones
it's
just like
the
take a
inst-
photo, be
yeah.
like no, or like post it, and then immediately
It's the instant gratification
Exactly.
as like being like someone acknowledging the photo, like oh, like you look so good. Like you can take
Yeah.
a photo back in the 70s and go outside and just like hand them out and then
yeah.
try to get a reaction. But who was
Well,
doing
right, but
that? Who
people
was doing
wouldn't.
that back
But that's
then?
so authentic, actually. Like in that sense of like when they actually took a photograph, right? Got it developed and whatnot. Thank you. And people would see that, and they would see other people's reactions right in front of them. That is the most authentic and wholesome gratification that you can get and validation,
Right.
as opposed to nowadays. We get this validation where we don't have to look at someone's actual real-time reaction. We look at the likes from Instagram. We look at the likes from like Facebook or TikTok, and that gives us a similar dopamine rush, but now we're associating it with a completely different thing where we're
Yeah.
not getting the same type of gratification from like when you're talking to someone and you see like how it affects them right there and then.
Yeah,
And that's what I love.
I feel like personally, I've been on this like, when I was in my
oh my god,
early 20s, late teens,
Yeah,
where
dude.
like you had MySpace and you had the social networks where those instant notifications did give you some sort of like. Oh,
we were also having to
yeah.
go onto the computer and open them
Yeah,
up though,
but
and
now,
not.
but now,
There's work. We had to really work to
But
get
n-
up to the computer.
But now it's like I'm like so jaded from all of that where none of that affects me, and it's going out and like just how that lady earlier just started talking to us, and I was like, wow, that feels rewarding, just kind of having a quick
Human
conversation.
interaction.
Yeah,
And
it exists.
I think if we were to like, I think we're going in a route where we're all becoming self-aware, where we're gonna go. I would hope so. Go back to a place where, I mean, individual. I said I would hope so.
Yeah.
I would hope so that we're gonna go back to a world where it's like, hey, like this is bullshit. Like all of this.
Oh, social
right here.
media is
Yeah.
bullshit.
I have a feeling we won't though. I mean, that's why I went.
It'll get worse and worse and worse. But with that, I think there will be a subculture that will deny technology, right?
Yeah.
That will, I mean, there's already like a group of people that just go off into the wilderness and just live without technology. And I respect that.
Yeah. Same.
Like with zero technology. Or we were just talking about yesterday, I just like, what if we just packed our stuff and lived in an RV and like just traveled, right? And like, yeah, you could still have like social media, but like you're living away from this everyday society that we're used to, right? It's so routine. So, I mean, something like that would be so wholesome and different.
Well, yeah, in doing that too, it's like you would have to think, kind of check yourself before even diving into that world.
Check
Like,
before you wreck
am I doing this to document my journey and to post, or am I doing this to live life?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because some people do it just to be like, let's do it, start a YouTube channel and see how it goes. Or you're just doing it
For yourself,
for yourself.
right?
And I think that's the hardest thing that most of us struggle with now is like, we're asking like, why am I doing what I'm doing right now? Why am I trying to meet, like you're trying to check your intentions, which I think is good. Like,
And it's hard. You can't control your intentions because your intentions are like subconscious. Like you want to do what you want, right? And what's especially difficult for us three individuals in this room is that we're creators. We are performers in sense where we are validation hungry, right? Because that's how we grew up. Like I saw videos of you dancing when you were a kid, and so instantly that probably reinforced that behavior of just like, ooh, funny face makes laugh, and then like, ooh, that's art, right?
yeah.
Sorry, I'm making you sound like a caveman, but and then you dancing as a kid as well. You're just like, ooh, this feels really good, and then me also dancing and singing as a kid.
You were singing, dancing, acting, modeling even?
What? No, not ever a model. What, for like a obese child commercial? Like, don't ever let your kid look like this. But that's yeah, and now I'm forever scarred by this hole in my heart that will exist if I don't get laughs or if I don't get that praise.
Because we crave it in a sense. Like, it's like sometimes like there's times where like I'll post stuff, like on my story, and if it's like, my choreography and no one like reacts to it, I'm like, oh, and it's not that I am posting to hope that I get a response. I think it's more so I'm hoping that whoever watches it would be like, oh, that was fucking dope. Yeah. So then if I don't get that, then it's like, oh, is it not good?
Well, that's where like we all like need to practice, I guess, is like.
But we're so used to like counting on people, like it's that gratification, like,
well, like
instant or not.
I feel like you've seen me. Like I made 2 videos for my birthdays.
Yeah.
One for when it was during COVID, and this one recently, and it's something that like really. I look back at it, and it's like I don't give a fuck who saw it. This is the shit that's gonna fuel me to like. This is why I like to do what I do. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because I made this. I made it mean something for me, and
that's why it's so good. You're checking your intentions,
right?
And that's where sometimes it's difficult being this content creator. Like what we're literally doing right now is making content, and which is why I feel like a hypocrite sometimes. Yeah. Because like I am fully enjoying this conversation, and I'm really excited for people to hear it.
Yeah.
But does that like taint my intentions now that this is like on a public platform? Like, what does that do for me?
I don't think so, because we would have this conversation,
regardless.
Mics, cameras or not, and it would probably be a little more than
it would be more real than what we were putting
not
out
that
right
we're
now.
not being real and genuine at all right
but
now,
like,
but
the way we actually it is. See, we have to talk a certain way when there's a camera. It's like you don't know the real us. But yeah.
But I think what brings me back down to earth is the type of validation that I love the most is not when people are saying like, you're a dope podcaster, you're so funny. That's sweet, definitely sweet. But the best comments that we get or the best DMs that we get is just like, hey, I loved when you talked about this because it made me feel this way. I could relate to that.
Dude.
Well, and I feel like that's what podcasts are.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's what you want. Like, you want people to be listening to this or watching this, however you're listening or watching, consuming this. You want them to feel something from it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like one thing, like whether it's just one thing you say and maybe not the whole episode, but like, I mean, because you're doing it for a purpose.
Exactly.
And whether it's just be to, like, how you guys started it, like, let's start this, and then how it's grown so much, but
what I'm scared about is that purpose automatically comes with, so let's say the purpose is to like, make someone feel something because that that's great. I'm making people happy.
Yeah.
But that also comes with like an ego boost. And that's where that gets a little dangerous. And I don't want to be egotistical, but me naturally being a performer, fighting with my own insecurities and needing validation in different ways.
Well, it's a part of it. I mean,
Ego battle, man. And I just want to.
Yeah.
and I mean, it's. I think that's self-awareness again, right? Like knowing where, like, okay, yeah, if someone is complimenting you guys, oh my god, this is such a great podcast, I love what you talked about this episode, I love this, it's like, yeah, you deserve that. If you're genuinely making someone feel that way enough to reach out to you and say that, then yeah, take it, but still be self-aware of then how you act after.
I don't know because it's so subconscious. I can't control.
Yeah, the self-awareness is like a double-edged sword, lightweight. It's like, it's good to acknowledge, you know, your ego and all that, but then it's like you become so self-aware to where you become stoic and you just don't know what to do. Like you don't, do I actually put this out? You just get too caught up in your head.
This is where it is now. So like, yeah, it's like checking yourself and being self-aware is great, but being self-aware is a filter. And now people are just saying like, just be yourself, and maybe being yourself might hurt others. And so now you're just like, okay, then I won't be myself. It's just like we were just talking about turning red, right? On the last episode. And like at the very end, one of the lasting messages was for her to be herself. And so to let go of that filter and unleash the beast. What if we don't like that beast? What if my red panda looks like her mom's red panda?
Well, and just like her mom didn't want it, and she was like, no, lock that shit back inside.
Because everyone's red panda is different on the inside.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's the complexity of a human is, it's gray. It's never black and
I just
white.
want to be simple, man. I just want to live a simple, happy life. But like emotions and then like so many different factors. Like they say when you get older, like you gonna learn when you get to this age, right? You're just like, nah, I'm gonna be happy forever. And then you get to like almost Chris's age, and you're just like, what do I do with my life? You were born in 1950, right?
It's tough. It was tough back in those days. I'm surprised I'm still here.
So I mean, 30 years old is young, man. Do you feel like, and you look younger?
Did we talk about this already? On the last episode?
Off mic, we talked about you.
Yeah.
And
I was
your
like,
dirty
am
30.
I having deja vu? Yeah, it's crazy. Like I said off mic, I said I feel young still.
Mm-hmm. Are you gonna feel this young when you hit 40?
Probably. I don't think it'll ever go away. I think I'm still in tune with my inner Chip, inner Chris, you know. And I think that's the thing. I feel like all of us are still in tune. Like,
do you know people your age that are just like not in tune? The people that are 30 but they act like they're 62.
But that's the thing. It's like how does, and I joke about like when I'm 30, but it's like how does an age act? You know what I mean? It's like,
I think it just depends on the person.
Yeah,
Depends on the person and the life experiences and how they choose.
Yeah, because you have 5-year-olds like having like intellectual conversations.
Yeah,
and you're
man.
like, wait, how? And it's like,
There was a family party that we had a few years ago, and my mom was talking to my goddaughter, who was probably 4 or 5 at the time, and my mom she's like 60, and it was the most I've ever seen two opposite ends of like maturity levels connect and meet in the middle, because what they were talking, my mom was joking around about bringing their dog home, who's now living with us. Obviously it worked. Hershey. And that was my goddaughter's dog, right? And my goddaughter was like, no, I want to keep Hershey. And my mom was joking around, but like, I want Hershey. And they were talking about how much they loved this dog, to the point where both my mom and my goddaughter were crying. And to see this, like, this connection, and that made me think, like, what is the maturity level? Is Allie, my goddaughter of 5 years old, is she being mature for having this intellectual conversation, or is my mom being in tune with her inner child to meet in the middle with this little girl?
that's interesting.
It was the craziest thing. Melissa saw it with me, and it was like the craziest thing to see.
Man. Gee, yeah, I would think it's just like the energy. I feel like it's like wooey, but it's like that's just the soul doing its thing.
Yeah.
You
You think
know?
we have a soul? You think there's like actually matter beyond the physical?
I feel like there's something, you know.
There has to be.
Well, 'cause,
right?
like-
It might not be, I think, what we say like our soul is. You know what I mean? Like it might not even be who we are
Yeah.
currently.
Well, I hate to bring up like aliens and stuff,
Bring
Do
'em
it.
up.
Bring it.
but I've been like listening to like Joe Rogan, Bob Lazar's like conversation about aliens.
Okay.
And then like there's this other conversation with another dude that talked about, I think it was like Zimbabwe. Have you heard about this case or whatever? So
School?
Yeah. So there's this school in Zimbabwe that had an alien encounter where a UFO actually landed, and 100 students ran over to this ship, and a being came out of it and didn't make any didn't talk. It was all through the eyes, and these kids basically said by just looking in the eyes of this being that they felt that it was trying to tell them, you know, we have to be kinder with the world. The technology is gonna be the end of us almost. If
You're
I know.
kidding.
I have chills.
I have
And
chills, man.
so a documentary crew flew out, interviewed these kids, and
Individually.
individually. They're like 5 of them, and they all kind of had the same story. And 20 years later, another documentary filmmaker came over, found those students who are now adults, and they still stuck with their story. Wow, man! And it's like,
they have to exist. There's no way that these
There's,
kids.
I'm
how-
sorry.
how
There's
do you-
no way we're existing and nobody else exists.
But,
But
like-
if you want to come at me and attack me for like, no,
but
there's no way.
It's like
There's no way.
even like that interaction without dialogue, and you just feeling something. You know what I mean? It's like that's why like the soul. There's something
Yeah.
in us that's like
That alien communicates
we can
with.
we can connect on a deeper scale. You know what I mean? Like
I mean, there's something that separates us from other animals, right? There's something, and it's more than just our complex brain.
well, like even I like listening to that interview made me think of animals. Like you look at a dog and you look at its eyes and you just feel something. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
like it's kind of that similar concept of like, you know, a dog can't speak, but
They can communicate.
yeah, there is some sort of like.
We do
Yeah.
something for them. They do something for us emotionally, right? There has to be something.
Right.
And I don't care if like what we're talking about, if the soul actually does not exist and it's just black at the end, like, yeah, that sucks. But I don't care because this makes me hopeful that there's something beyond this and that
Yeah.
I'm living a good life as a good person.
Well, that's that's what I wanted to bring up is like this all could be like how you just said, not true. But if it's making me a better person in this life, I'm here for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question.
What's up?
Okay, so you know how like spirits, ghosts, that type of stuff, right? In a sense, energies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's say, like, so do those energies exist on our realm or our like
our plane,
here's my
yeah.
question, like let's say a meteor were to hit the earth
Yeah.
and just like
Kill all of us.
don't look up type of situation.
Are you okay?
Would that kill? I guess we won't know
kill the
until we know.
ghosts?
Like those
No.
energies, that type, or is it so much more past literally the earth, the world that we are on? Is it like
I think they're metaphysical. I think, yeah, if an explosion were to, let's say if there's like 2 ghosts chilling next to Chris, I'm sorry for that example. And then like the meteor were to hit this house, the ghosts are still, they're going to be like, they don't even have to dodge it. They're beyond the physical. And I think maybe we'll join them for a second and then go wherever we were meant to go. I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm just existing.
It's just trippy.
Yeah.
It's freaking trippy. What trips me out is the fact, like, you know, like with brain surgery, like
Yeah.
if they were to hit a certain part of your brain, like a memory can come back, a vivid ass memory.
Whoa.
It's like, yeah, there's science to everything.
Yeah.
But if you were to like, I don't know how to explain. I feel like we were just on this like, we just got high. We're just, talking
so
about the
smart.
story. No, but if, there's a beginning to everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why were we given, like the fact that we can store memories is fucking insane.
It is.
You know
Store
what I mean?
memories up to the point where we forget certain ones, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we just have so much stored. If we could remember every single thing, which is why they say like when you dream, every single face that you run into when you dream
Is someone you've
ran into. It's not a made up face. I mean, like you would think that your brain would be able to like put together different parts of different faces that you've seen. But no, these are like full on faces that you've ran into. And like, yeah, it'll be probably vague and blurry because your brain doesn't really remember it to the T. But that's already incredible that our brain has that power, right?
Yeah, it's gnarly.
Memories already, being able to make, because with a dog, supposedly you're supposed to reinforce their behaviors within 3 seconds of their
else they
actions.
forget.
Or else they forget. As opposed to like, let's say I fuck up badly today, right? Don't think anything of it. And then like I get in trouble for it 20 days later, I will remember
You'll
exactly
know why
what it was
you're
for.
getting in trouble.
The fact that we have that ability. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even think monkeys can do that, right? They won't know exactly. Like, you can't talk to a monkey, hey, like, monkey, you stole other monkey's banana 20 days ago. Don't do that. He's be like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm not stealing banana.
Right.
Right? We're incredible creatures. And it's up to us to use these powers for good.
Yeah. It's
But do we? That's the question.
No, we're shitty. We get selfish. We act on impulse. We act with, like, we still have instinct. And it's survival of the fittest. But what makes us different as humans is that we can choose to not follow those impulses for survival of the fittest, to be selfless rather than selfish because we think selfishness will make us survive, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I
and
mean-
survival of the fittest, it's like that goes into the whole, like, because we just watched Captain America the other day, like
Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier, like
I've never seen it, but
how
good.
like, with them, like Hydra is trying to, like, they're literally trying to kill like 7 billion people. And I was like, what the fuck is up with this like Thanos mentality of like, like that there's too many of us, and then like being able to that, like, no, we get rid of this many people and then having control, right? Like someone literally being in control of us as humans. But that's like the, like that will to be like, oh no, we're the strongest. We're the
That's the
survival of the
survivalist.
fittest. Yeah. Like, and it's like, but is that right?
where the Avengers lied on that side of the battle was the empathic human side, where it's just like, no, it's just not right to kill people. Even though, sure, like we are draining the planet of its resources, but that doesn't mean like exterminate.
Did you see the Eternals?
I've not yet.
It's the
haven't
same
finished
thing.
it.
Like, can I say what it is? Like, spoiler wise, will you be mad?
No.
Not necessarily what it is, but like, it's the concept of it is like these Earths and different planets arise, but in order for then like a new, and I might be butchering this totally, sorry if I am, but like in order for like something new to arise, like universally, this like creature emerges and literally like destroys the world, the planet that it's on, but then it creates a whole nother set of like a whole nother like galaxy.
Whoa. So it's killing one planet to create a galaxy?
To
It's
like
like a
create more.
And
So
is
like
that right?
So like a reset.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
I haven't finished it, so I don't know.
When people ask me,
And then, but that's their whole, are like, no, we don't, no.
Right.
Like humans are too good. Like
can't get rid of them.
like we shouldn't just destroy them.
It's like those questions. Have you guys ever been asked those questions where, all right, you're like, I'm going to butcher this. You're on a cliff and like to your right is a railroad and to your left is a railroad. On your left, it's your mom on the railroad about to
yeah.
get hit. On your right, it's
like
four strangers.
Yeah.
So like, are you going to save the person that you love or 4 people? I mean, it's just quantity over quality.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a way to put it. Because these could be really like grade A.
I think it was more so like
People.
it's like it's your son, and then like a train full of people.
Don't
Like,
ask me that question.
It's like it's tough.
I'm jumping in front of the train before. I don't know. Then that means everyone dies. If I die before I could save anyone,
Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to answer that.
right? That's a tough one. And then when people ask it and they're just like, "Oh, you're a psychopath."
Yeah, either one is like,
Well,
oh, you're
that's where-
selfish. Oh, you're crazy.
Yeah, I'm never gonna win this.
It's like if you're in that situation, I'm sorry that you're even having to be in that situation.
Yes.
And I think that's where it's like, well, whatever happens is going to happen. Whether your choice might be the right or the wrong one, but
Yeah.
it's presented itself.
But what are the
Why?
chances that you would
Who
be in that
knows?
situation?
But also, that question reminds me of The Dark Knight. Also, I wanted to go back to a previous episode where you were like, Alejandro was talking about a dog being hit.
uh-huh.
And they're like, no freaking way.
Yeah.
Bro, when I was listening to that episode, I was like, Christian, a dog does get hit.
Shut up.
A dog. Did you not see the clip?
No, I never watched it.
A dog does get hit.
Wait, like punched in the face?
Yeah, because he tries to attack Batman.
But it's not in
and
the
then-
first 5 minutes, right?
It's in the beginning.
So he did say the second 5 minutes.
Okay,
but
so-
can you imagine? I mean, knowing Alejandro, and if the listeners know Alejandro, and knowing Alejandro talking to anyone that doesn't know the subject matter as much as him, he knows he has the ability to fuck with another person.
Right.
I don't know the Dark Knight trilogy as much as he does. I definitely don't know as much as you do. So, and it's been a while since I've seen
Yeah.
Dark Knight. So he could easily tell me, yeah, a dog gets punched at the
And-
beginning of the movie.
Yeah, when you hear it, it's kind of like, what the fuck? But it's
random.
Yeah, it is.
So random, dude.
Yeah. But yeah, going back to it, there's a scene in that movie where there's two boats, one filled with prisoners and one filled with innocent civilians.
Yeah.
And the Joker is like, one of them is going to blow up. You have to decide which one to save. No, actually,
Whoa.
both of them have a controller to each boat.
Yeah.
So
Don't the boats have to
yeah,
decide?
the boats have to decide, like, they have the power, and they're like, they haven't blown us up yet, or so we're still alive, so we should keep them alive still. So it's like this weird, like,
and then you have like some people being like, no, just like blow it
yeah,
up.
blow it up.
What if they wait, and if they both don't press it, they both die?
I think if they don't both press it, the Joker was gonna do something or something. So it was like they had it, like there was a time,
That's evil, man.
I know, but they were just like, fuck it, like we'll just leave it up to whatever, the person with power.
Can you imagine that much power in your? We were talking about like a duckling getting run over at the
I
beginning of this
know.
episode. Now we're talking about this, dude.
Crazy, man.
It's insane.
Sheesh.
I'm just amazed with what good we can do
Yeah, there's a lot of good.
as people.
I think, yeah, there's a lot of good. Even like me and Jules always be talking about the people that like film their acts of kindness. It's annoying, but at the same time, I'm like, fuck,
They're still doing
they're still
something.
doing
kind.
something
Still doing
good, And
Do you have a specific example in mind?
there's one guy on TikTok that I actually do like, where he's like, hey, he goes up to like a homeless person and is like, hey, can I have one of your umbrellas? And like the homeless person's like, yeah, here. And then he's like, oh no, you can have it back. And here's like $500. And then he'll like actually have a conversation with them and like dance with them. And it's like, it's cute, but anything on social media, you question their intentions. But
Well, if you're filming it, I mean, you're filming it for a reason.
yeah, but it's still an act of kindness. He's
Yeah.
doing more than I am. So it's like one of those things where it's cool, but
It's.
we need to just look for good.
I know what you're
You know
saying.
what I mean? Because I think I am like jaded, being like so.
Old, 30.
Yeah, well, just being
70.
like,
So old.
just being so like society is like effed up when it's like, okay, I can keep thinking, even though I do.
It is, and it
even though-
always has been.
Yeah,
But
yeah, but it's like people are trying to do good.
Well, this is the thing. I mean, like, we could be the spectators just like judging society for being messed up, but what are you doing on your own on a daily basis?
Right.
When I lived in Davis, on my way to the bus that would take me to campus from my apartment, there was this homeless man that stayed in the same spot, and he would always say hi to me, and I would always say hi to him. And I got to know. One day, I just like had a little bit of time. I got out of class early. I didn't have anything else, so I I squatted next to him and I was just talking to him and I was asking him like what his name was and like why he was in his situation, and like it turned out he was just like a war vet with and his he got into drugs, and so his family like hated him for that, and he misses his kids and all that stuff, and you start to understand who this individual is beyond what you see on the outside and beyond this person just begging for money. And I regret to this day, I had been planning for the longest time. I have so many like old clothes that I don't wear, and I just wanted to get a trash bag and put all my clothes in there and just give it to him. And I'd been planning on doing it, but my clothes were back here in Benicia, and I'm a procrastinator, as we all know. And eventually he just wasn't there anymore. And I don't know where he went. I hope he's safe, but like I regret not having done it sooner. But what I'm trying to say is that we all have that opportunity to like sit down and talk to that person that needs help, you know, and then to be able to give something. And that's like where I finally, I've talked to you guys about like I had this internal battle of like I'm trying to be a good person, but am I a good person? Blah, 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 blah. And that's where I knew that like, okay, Christian, like this is like a good intention. Where like I'm not recording this. I'm not really telling people about this. I mean, like I'll tell people to set a good example, but I'm not telling people to like seem high and mighty. But there are like opportunities out there like that.
Yeah.
Almost every day too. So it's like just saying hello to someone, you know, seeing how someone's day is, just kind of tapping in and checking in on someone. It's like,
are you guys like those individuals where you pass someone on the street and you do say hi if they smile at you?
I always try to make eye contact, and if I see them, I'll just do like a head nod.
What's an example? I'm a person walking down the street.
How you doing? Oh wait, fuck.
That's how you look? I'm sorry. I'm avoiding you on the street.
It's weird. I had to actually fucking be on the fucking...
If you go like that, I mean, like, I'm gonna get that man some help.
Yeah, I just do a head nod. I'll just describe it.
Okay, wait.
I do a head
what about
nod.
what you did when we were driving over here and the
you do?
workers, and you're like, I'm gonna say
I was like, I want to say hi to a worker because they're so cool, but I didn't say.
So
hi.
you didn't?
he went to do it, and then he was like,
Yeah. Yeah. I was just joking around because you know how I am, but there's times where. Like,
well, but then sometimes you have to be aware that you might encounter someone who's like doesn't want to talk to you.
Well, then whose problem is that?
Well, that's the thing.
You don't have to have a full conversation,
Right.
but
Just a
acknowledge
quick
someone's presence.
hi and bye. Like, hey, how you doing? Good.
I will be irritated, if you're trying to tell me about your day.
Yeah.
If I'm just trying to walk.
Right.
But like, there ain't nothing wrong with like when I go out for runs here in this neighborhood. Like I'll try to make eye contact to people. And I'll say hi there. Right.
If I like see someone crying by themselves and I'm walking, I'd be like, is everything cool?
Yeah.
Well, get over it.
Damn.
Whoa.
Yeah, but what if that was like a decoy and that was like how they were
Get
trying
kidnapped?
to like kill you or some shit?
Now that's a very specific scenario, and it
I
depends on
know.
like time and day. If it's in a dark alleyway at night, then don't. You could say from far away, "Hey, you okay?" But you don't go up to the person.
Well, that's what one time when we lived on that public street that we lived on. I was
Love the description.
yeah,
Main Street.
I was what'd you say?
That's not what it's called. I said Main Street.
Yeah, Main Street, USA. I was like changing out my license plate because I just bought this new car, and I was like putting my new license plate on, and some guy walked past me. It was pitch black, nighttime, and he's like, "You good?" from across the street.
Yeah.
And the way he said
Wow.
it, because I mean, I get it. I look suspicious, and I was like, "Yeah, this is my car." And he was like, "No, I was just asking." And then he was like, "I was just asking, like, you don't have to be like, And I was like,
see the confusion there
Yeah.
because it looks like you're probably trying to break into the car
yeah.
or fuck with it.
But,
But also,
remember, I came upstairs. I was hella heated, and I was like,
Yeah.
dude, if he was just like, hey, is everything cool? Like, I'm like, yeah, I'm just changing out my license plate." But it was like, hey, you good? If you don't start a conversation like that.
I don't know. Well, I'd have to have been there because here in California, saying "you good" has so many
I
different
think it was
meanings.
the tonage.
Yeah,
though.
it was a tone.
Okay, if you had read the tone as like,
if he was
hey,
like, he's like, hey, bro, you cool? I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, dude, I'm good. I'm just, blah, blah, blah. But if all I hear is, hey, you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
he was suspicious, you think? That's why?
For sure.
And that's what made you upset?
Yeah, because he's older. He's older.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Gentleman.
Okay, gotcha.
And it was
Oh.
during the sensitive time too, where like, so I was just like, "You trying to be a hero right now?" Because I'm not in the mood.
I
Like,
gotcha.
so sorry.
Why are you
I don't know.
apologizing?
Sorry.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for like, having been vulnerable in a moment and having been in tune with my emotions.
Yeah.
I don't know, because what we're getting at, let's know, is a pseudo racism exists, man. For being a brown man in this society, I'm a bigger brown man, and I've had encounters where like I've seen parents pull their kids closer to them because I'm walking. But also, kids already don't like me.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. Thank you. All right.
Get over here, Bobby. Like,
No. That man's gonna take you.
you're over here just like walking, like fixing your hair, being hella sweet, like how you always are.
Hey, how are you doing? Beautiful children you have. Oh my God, he called you beautiful. Like, get over here. It's like, yeah,
That's happened to you?
yeah.
That's
I mean, not
gnarly.
to the extent where they're saying, get over here, little Bobby, but,
I think for me, something like maybe someone crossed the street when I'm with a group of my friends who I have a diverse group of friends, so maybe they just felt uncomfortable. But I don't like as an individual walking. I don't think I've.
no, you're not threatening at all.
God,
You're
okay.
not. But if it's like 5 or 6 of you guys rolling deep, because it's very few and far between that I see 6 people walking in a group nowadays because I'm not in high school.
Like walking like this.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, if you guys look like a gang, I mean, if they all own leather jackets like you do, if they all look like brown G-Eazys like you
Oh
do,
my God.
then they're a little scary.
That's like an insult. That's not a compliment.
Why?
Brown.
G-Easy? Okay.
We just talked about this, and he is such a good-looking
He's
guy.
attractive.
Yeah.
Calm.
Oh, you gonna throw that coaster at your wife? calm down.
See if I can catch it.
Dude, I've been fidgeting with this thing.
I see.
Are these all your VHS? Like, is this your tapes or is this Alejandro's tapes?
Oh, I was like, those are coasters, not VHSs, dude. Are you blind? Those are mine. They're all outside.
That's awesome.
I used to really fuck with the VHS player back as a kid because we had the rewinder, and so my favorite movie, Night at the Roxbury, I would put in there and I'd just rewind it and go back and put it back in. And I miss those days. You really had to work to watch something.
You
Now
had
you could
to-
start something and
Yeah.
stop something at any point.
Or like before like DVR and like being able to like
Yeah.
pause at commercials or
Yeah.
whatever, and then having to time everything out perfectly.
That's why we're so picky when we choose stuff now, because it's so easy to choose anything. As opposed to like if you were to put in a shitty VHS movie, you're already there, you're already committed. You already put in the rewinder.
Yeah.
Let's sit through it.
I love VHS tapes.
Did you ever have a Betamax?
I don't think so.
No.
No.
Are you familiar with the Betamax?
No.
So these are just syllables that I'm saying at you.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I'm not gonna say yeah, but
Betamax was this like primitive version. I'm so sorry. Version of the VHS. Can you, Melissa Lopez? Can you just type in Betamax and read its description? Oh my gosh.
oh,
For you audio listeners here, she's just peeling her nails on top of her phone like it's a tray. Nail
it
polish.
gel? Oh, gel's so fun.
random
to peel.
question.
What's up?
You can edit this out if you want. I think you probably should. Are you a huge NSYNC fan? Like, remember the conversation we had yesterday? Are you
Yeah.
like, do you love NSYNC?
No.
Okay, never mind then.
I'm not. Yeah.
Yeah,
they're
can't
like,
you don't put this in.
no, that's fine.
Okay,
It's already
yeah.
here.
I know.
It's okay.
Okay.
You know what made that question worse though?
What?
Is how much you just preface it. If you were to just say, "Hey, random question, you a huge NSYNC fan?" I'm like, "Yeah, okay," or like, "No, that's fine."
Well, because I was.
Can you read it? Can you show it to Chris after you read it? Because there might be a lot of our listeners here that don't know what Betamax is, but I feel like everyone should.
This is before VHS.
Oh, it looks
Are you
like-
not familiar with Betamax either?
No.
It looks like
What?
a cassette player.
I have some Betamax tapes downstairs. We should try watching something and like judge its quality and its differences. But people were predicting that Betamax was supposed to be the next big thing, but then VHS tapes came
Ooh.
out and like rocked the world.
Swept it under the rug.
Dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think even aesthetically now, like I would have never thought back, in the 90s that like these are going to look cool one day on a shelf.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, man, I want to get like 3 of my favorite movies and just put it in the office and just have it kind of
You
chilling
should
there.
do it.
Yeah, I think there's some stores, especially the one we went in Berkeley. They had with Luis and Armando. They
Rasputin.
they had some cool.
You could get a bunch of those and just decorate.
Yeah, and they're not like. Hella
Are you talking
expensive.
about VHSs?
Yeah,
Oh.
just the tapes, just for decor purposes.
Because what I want to do, I've been thinking of redecorating this studio, like getting rid of all these like random pictures here because it looks like a college dorm room because it's just random stuff. It has a vibe.
It's
for sure.
cool.
But I kind of want to just get rid of the stuff back here, have shelves, and just have VHSs here. If we're a bad movie podcast and just like the neon light,
That'd be cool.
2 shelves right here,
Honestly,
and then just VHSs, right?
that'd be sick.
Yeah.
And should they be floating shelves or should they be like shelves? Like,
Floating.
I think
bunch of floating?
either or could work.
right? Okay, then I think I kind of want to do that because this is like a little random.
That'd be hella fun.
You guys want to do an improv scene because I know you have to teach in a little bit, and
Okay,
Let's get y'all outta here.
I ain't doing it.
You
this
don't wanna
time.
do a scene?
Last time I did it, y'all.
you were the star of the scene.
Yeah, so you one of you guys started, and I'll just hop
You're
in.
really good. That was
You're
like
a
your
part of
SNL
it.
audition.
Yeah.
If you didn't watch last week's episode, go watch it. Go skip to the improv scene because
Yeah,
all he does are just a bunch of impressions.
impressions.
Hi, my name's Chris Perry. I'm Dusty. Born and raised in
Dusty.
1820. Every time I move, you hear a joint. And I carry Vicks with me everywhere I go. And I have a holster specifically for Pepto.
I love it.
Specifically.
I smell like raisins. All right.
Raisins.
You want to do what Alejandro usually does?
Ladies and gentlemen, highly irrelevant.
So, we're here today.
Is this the raspy voice convention?
We all came today to the Raspy Voice Convention.
Oh,
Oh, fuck.
I'm in the wrong building.
She's from
She's from High Pitch Betty.
this
Oh.
High Pitch Betty?
Yeah, this is High Pitch
I'm
Betty.
such a big fan.
Have I met you before?
Oh.
Sorry, this is my friend Charles.
Charles! Hi!
And he's not really good with women.
Is he single?
No, like
He's
I like
single as fuck.
I like men. That's why.
Oh, he's gay. Yeah.
We're a thing.
Are you guys together?
Oh, we are together. I guess we're
Yes, we're
together.
together.
I didn't know we had a title, man.
Damn, that's crazy.
Well, we met at last year's Raspy Voice Convention.
Oh, this is my first year attending.
Your voice ain't that raspy.
I know, I'm sorry.
Especially if your name is
High Pitch Betty.
I just came to look for a friend.
That's
Like I
so
don't
vague.
have any friends at all.
Oh, like you came here to
Hello?
make a friend.
Oh!
Oh, you could go high too.
I have to tell you something, baby.
What happened to your voice?
I'm not who you think I am at all.
What?
Surprise! Surprise!
What's going on?
Your parents.
What about my parents?
We were trying to figure out where you stood for the past 15 years.
Wait, you're my parents?
No, your parents contracted us.
Oh, you're like hitmen, but you find missing children?
No, we just tried to figure out if you like men or not. That's what they were curious about.
Your parents hired us.
Us.
I'm gay. I thought we were together.
No, that was the whole point of the ploy. They wanted to see if you were gay or straight.
This is so inappropriate.
So, yeah.
Tell them I'm gay, man.
I'll let them know.
All right, cut to this guy and that girl talking to the parents.
So what do you need from us?
Is he gay?
Okay, so here's what we'll do.
What is this backstory? Is he
We'll
gay?
plan this elaborate plan.
Uh-huh.
Your son,
Yeah.
my friend Charles here.
I can do this. What's up?
That's impressive.
See?
We're going to need that.
Okay, so he's gonna go undercover. Okay?
There's a convention.
What are you going to meet? What are you going to do?
There's a convention yearly called the Raspy Voice Convention.
I've heard of this.
Tell
Okay.
them to attend and find a bot. I can't fucking.
Is he still doing the job? Or is he seems very insecure right now?
Okay, so sorry about my colleague. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Obviously.
We will make sure that your son is gay.
Wait, make sure? I just want you to find out. Don't make sure. I'm fine with him
you
being
want him
either.
to be gay?
I'm fine with him being whatever he wants to be.
Then why'd you hire us?
To find out if he's gay or straight, but I don't care
do you
either way.
care?
It's 2022. Why do you care, you son of a bitch?
Oh, so I'm the bad guy. She just straight up, you wanted to make sure he was gay.
That's what you said.
I just want to make
That's
sure
what you
he's
hired
something.
us for.
Where is he right now?
I think he's at the Raspy Voice Convention.
I'll be right back. Can we go back to the Raspy Voice Convention when
You're
I meet
supposed
you?
to say cut to.
Oh, cut to.
Cut to a year ago.
Okay, cut to.
This isn't the most
present.
recent Raspy.
Oh, last year's Raspy Voice
year's.
Convention.
Wait, so I met him?
At the first Raspy Voice
So
Convention.
this is me meeting him.
Yes.
Hey, dude. Hey. You're handsome as hell.
Thanks, I'm gay.
Okay, can we stop?
Scene.
Oh, scene. Oh, shit. Good job, guys. Glad we ended this deep episode.
Oh my.
We're here to make sure he's gay. To make sure he's gay. Raspy Voice Convention.
We love every kind of person in this world.
I'm fine with anything.
Except negative people.
Y'all are wild. All right, let's get out of here. Guys, this was fun. Recording 2 episodes back to back with y'all.
In the same day.
Yeah, basically the same day.
Well, we started.
Literally.
Yeah, it started
Yes,
late last
yeah.
night. But hell yeah. Shit, well, I'll see you guys next time. Have a good rest of your day. Tell the baddies where they can find you.
It can't be that bad. It can be that bad.
Don't if you're gonna plug us,
No, I don't want no plug.
figure it out.
Yes.
Okay,
just
so
follow
yeah, you definitely need to follow It Can't Be That Bad on Instagram and Facebook. Be sure to hit
TikTok,
that subscribe button on YouTube and the little bell button that gives you the notifications. And then hit subscribe on Spotify,
Apple
Podcasts. It Can't Be That Bad.
Thank you guys.
ICBTB.com for all of your merch. You could go check out what?
We will.
I like that nonverbal. I know you guys are talking about. Take your time, or just don't even do it at all. It's fine.
No, we will. We
Okay.
already know where we're
We're
going to
gonna
do
probably
it.
do it today, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
What? This is okay. Awesome. Well, follow Chris at ChristopherPerry.ccf. Follow his toy photography page at The Creative Chip. Do you not want me to plug you?
I just like we just here.
In Classic City Films. So
Okay.
follow me at Christian Has Asthma. And follow Juliet at Juliet__Perry. And follow Melissa Lopez at Lil Mel Nasty.
Lil Mel Nasty.
Lil Mel Nasty.
Little Mel Nasty.
For that,
For that little nasty
for that
nasty.
miniature rachicity. So.
Ooh.
Show your ring off, girl.
Hey.
All right, baddies. Bye.
What's up, baddies? Have you ever wondered where that neon light came from that's on their wall?
Well, good thing I'm here because I'm going to tell you today. Hi, y'all. Christian Baltazar from ICBTB. And ICBTB has recently partnered with Bright Light Tribe. So if you guys want your own customized neon light like Alan does, right, man?
Most definitely.
You guys could go to brightlighttribe.com. Use promo code ICBTB at checkout to get $25 off your next purchase.
Do it. No. That was terrible. I ruined it.
No, you didn't.